some big protest going on at Trent Plaza in New York.
Uh-huh.
Michael Moore and a bunch of Democrats out there.
Well,
swarming the building.
What can I say, man?
Nada.
Some BS. So what's going on with that protest you say that's going on? What you know about it?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I just a bunch of my friends on Facebook were sharing it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Michael Moore's there. They say it's the biggest crowd ever outside of Trump Plaza or Trump Tower.
Let's see, dog. Let's see.
And it's not. It's just a protest. I don't see it like changing the world or Trump's not going to just step down, dude. He wants the presidency, and I'm still saying he fucking won it. What can you do about that?
Oh.
You can't,
4 hours ago, dog. CBS News: shots fired during Trump protest in Oregon. So things are escalating, dog.
No, violence is definitely kicking.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah. So things are escalating. There's I don't know, man. I don't know much about politics.
Look, hey, Rigo, if Hillary won, there'd be the same shit going on from from white supremacists. You know that. You know this. There was people saying if Hillary wins, we're gonna revolt, and like hundreds of thousands of people, like white people. So this is now, the swing going the other way. Is what you're seeing. The anger is coming back the other way.
Exactly.
So all that white rage now is being vented, and all the minority rage is starting to escalate.
Yep. It's a sad world out there, man. As long as I don't know what to say. I don't even think this shit's gonna reach to be a civil war. Whatever the fuck it's gonna be.
I don't think it's at that stage yet. See, civil war, it was a much more direct, in-your-face type situation because you're telling the South slavery is no longer permitted; it's now legal, and that's their commerce. This is pre-industrial age. This is agriculture, so everything's growing crops, cotton. Slaves were just needed to run these. I mean, I'm not saying I'm defending slavery. I'm saying slavery was needed as an industry.
Right.
It's just telling someone we're taking all your workers away from you. So go find, just pay for your workers now. You're no longer getting free slave labor. And so if you tell hundreds, if not millions and millions of families, look, you're no longer going to be able to take advantage of slave labor. It's like, what the fuck? You're taking away my livelihood. This is the way we've made.
I know, I'm hearing you and I'm dying at the same time.
I'm gonna pop a pill as soon as I get close.
Yeah, I'm over here dancing around with this guy. But yeah, man, what you're saying is pretty crazy. Nice. Okay, good. I'm up. I mean, what is it that we should do, Jay? Just accept that he's gonna be president and that's it?
Yeah, I mean, you have to at least give the guy a chance. You know what I mean? Give him a chance. Like you were saying yesterday. Look, we don't expect much from him, but you can't say you're not president or you won unfairly. He won. There's no indication that there was cheating or Russia hacked the polls or anything like that. We don't have any indication of that. Now, if that turns out to be true, if that's uncovered, then it's a different situation. But he won, and this is our process.
Yeah. Remember, like you said, that do whatever it takes to win, or say whatever it takes to win, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think he beat Hillary with that. I mean, it's a sad world, but what can I say?
Well, I
don't know. I just want these protests to chill the fuck down.
Yeah, well, it's fresh right now, so everyone's hot.
Chill, and I mean, I just got friends who are that commute, from west to east to here in LA. And it took them a very long time to get home because of the protests in downtown LA. It's like it's causing inconveniences. People want to hear their voices heard, but just like you said, it's a process. We have the right to protest as well, so everything's being practiced at this point. Hopefully not to bear arms as well. We're seeing that in Oregon right now, but I hope everything just chills down. It's like I said, dog. He may be Trump, he may be the biggest asshole out there, but as far as him being American, I hope that shit will kick in to think about America and its future as opposed to like his own greed.
Right.
Oh, check this out, dog. So
what you got?
you know, I don't have any TV service, right? I don't pay for none. I pay for
Right.
Netflix, and usually the stuff I watch is YouTube or stream it online, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching this video on YouTube, and this white guy in a car, I guess he was accused, not accused, well, people found out that he was a Trump supporter, he voted for Trump. And a bunch of people just surrounded him and beat the shit out of him.
Jeez.
Like, I'll send you the video, dog. It was like,
I don't want to. No, I don't want to watch.
it's
that.
just like sad, like how, and it's sad to say that it was minorities really handling this guy, and this guy was trying
that's
to.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that if Hillary had won, you'd have a bunch of white people beating up minorities. You'd have the, it'd be the reverse of that. You know?
Yeah.
You'd have the angry white people.
And I just looked at this guy just get his ass whooped, and I was like, damn, I just felt sorry for him. It's like, yeah, it was kind of like a numb feeling to see the video. But and what's crazy too is that he was trying so hard to get back in his car and take off. The fact that he got pulled out, got his ass kicked, got his shit stolen. You know, they went through his pockets, and they went into his car and took that shit too.
God damn.
Oh man, it was just horrible.
Yeah.
Well, make America great again, right? Now all this is
It's just you remember it's just people venting in a very violent way. You remember the LA riots? Like the first visual we had was the truck driver. What was his name? Reginald Denny getting dragged out of the truck and hit with
a brick,
a brick, and then
dude.
a brick.
Yeah.
And first he got hit with a bottle, and then he got hit with a brick, and people hit him with a pipe, and all he did was just drive a truck through South Central. You know, that's all he was doing. But he was part of the casualties of war in that situation. He was just at the wrong place
because
at
he was
the
white.
wrong time. And that's the key, is he was right in that situation. But you can, for every instance of some white person getting beat up by minorities, you can trace that all shit back to the Klan stringing up blacks from trees and hanging them, and Mexicans getting surrounded and beat up by a group of white guys in Texas. I mean, it always has been going on since the dawn of man. You know, it's just. But the reason is stupid. You're beating up people because of these racial differences, and you have to overcome that. We got to be able to, to say, look, might not agree with this person. I might not like the white people I've met, or I might not like the black people I've met, but I can't take it out on the entire ethnic community.
Exactly.
You know?
That's the main thing, dog. Yeah, not everyone is the same, right?
Absolutely.
Not everyone is the same, but we all get categorized as one whole. And when shit like this, like I told you about this guy getting his ass kicked by minorities, well, I can say, at this case, it would be, African American people beating the crap out of this guy. Then they all get categorized like, damn, those guys are savages, or this and that, or they even just go straight out to the root of the minorities, like all minorities are savages like that. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. It just puts me in a really bad mood seeing crap like that. It's like, god damn.
Yeah, they call it a vicious cycle because there's no way out of it. You just keep propagating it.
Well, America's I don't know, man.
Well, it's a great country, but we're in a tough situation right now. So how do we pull through it?
You know what's crazy is yesterday was Veterans Day, right? And and I'm just thinking like, shit, this protest going on, crap is escalating and stuff, and these guys are over there away from home fighting for shit like this. It's like they're saying, am I fighting for shit like this? What I'm seeing back home is like people shooting in protest and things getting violent, Like, it doesn't motivate them. If I was in their shoes, it wouldn't motivate me. Like, fuck going home. I'll just stay here then if things are crazy over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm in Afghanistan and not back home. No, I guarantee you they'd rather be back home.
Yeah, I know that for sure. But it's like, it's crazy, The guy that got his ass kicked, his name is
What city was it in?
Warning. You're now leaving the safe area.
Probably
David
California.
Wilcox, a white Trump supporter, being beaten by a group of African Americans following a traffic dispute in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's
Chicago's
it's crazy.
hotbed of violence.
Oh, big time.
Even before the election. Yeah.
And this is what happened. Somebody yelled. That one of them. He says somebody yelled. That's one of them white boy Trump supporters. And then I said, what does that have to do with this? We're talking about insurance here. Wilcox told CBS. So he was out there, you know, I guess trying to work. And someone just yelled out there that he's a white Trump supporter and got his ass handed. Oh man, it's like ignorance is just intensified a billion times with shit like this.
It's people are pissed off, dude. That's what it is, and they're looking for quick release. That's human nature, you know. You're pissed off and you have quick release, dude. When basketball teams win the NBA finals, the winners tip shit over. They tip over cars, they break windows. They're just so happy, and that's how they express themselves. But it's just it's a release of emotion. In this case, they're so frustrated they can't believe that. Not only a Republican one, but this Donald Trump asshole one, you know, they can't believe that this person, you know, is going to be president of the United States, and so they're so frustrated and angry over it, and they're taking it in a very violent, you know, way, and it's not constructive, it's not positive, it's a very negative thing, and they need to be able to control themselves better. You know, I don't care what ethnic group is doing it. If it's white people beating up minorities and minorities beating up white people, they have to say, you know what, look. This is a political process. This is what the outcome is. Until there's some sort of proof that there was trickery or fraud, I have to just accept this.
Yeah.
If I'm going to live here, I have to accept this political system.
Right.
If I don't like it, then I got to move to have nonviolent change. The same way Martin Luther King Jr. preached to all of his followers. You know, it's the same thing. It's like, you know what? We're going to protest, but we're not going to do it through violence. And that's the big dividing line between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, is because Malcolm X said any means necessary, right?
Exactly.
So
that's where the Panther Party came out from, right?
Right. And so there's two distinct ways of handling strong emotions during these turbulent times. And one of them is to take the smarter approach and the more peaceful approach and say, look, I can just do a sit-in where we just, you know, we'll sit in the front of the bus and not move to the back, or we'll sit in a diner when that doesn't allow black patrons and all that. We can do that sort of thing, or we can just go out in the streets with guns and, you know, bats and bricks, like you were saying, and just beat up people and shoot people and cause mayhem, which might give you some sort of short-term feeling of power, but ultimately it's going to have big repercussions that are not going to be positive for you or your community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're going to see all sorts of stuff like this, but it's not signifying the end of the world. It's just basically saying right now people are pissed off. You know, people are pissed off and they're reacting, and some people are not reacting non-violently. Some people are reacting very violently, and people are going to get hurt and killed over this stuff, you know?
Yeah. It's just unfortunate right now. I just want this process to just be completed, you know?